Welcome to KYC Data's online fulfillment website. This is just going to be a brief overview of creating your custom file layout. So we're on the login screen. We're just going to go ahead and log in. If at all possible, go ahead and save your login information. I know Google Chrome, after you enter it the first time, asks you if you want to save it. I have said yes, so it's always just there for me. I just hit login. Okay, so now we're going to go over to My File Layouts, the third tab on this black bar at the top. On My File Layouts, what we're going to do is create a new file layout. So I hit the Create New button. You'll see what's already selected in there because it has a black check mark. So this is what's in there now. Full name of buyer 1, street address, secondary address in case there's a unit or apartment, city, state, and zip code. And keep in mind that if it is an apartment or a condo, that it is a purchased property. We do not provide renters. So here you can add to this list, or you can change the list. If you would prefer to have first name in a column, last name in the next column, you can uncheck full name and then come down here to first name buyer 1, last name buyer 1. And then once we save it, we'll move them to the top. So you can drag and drop fields to rearrange. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to take this one here, use my mouse and drag first name up to the top and drag last name right below it. Okay. This one, since it's unchecked, once we save it, it will get dropped. So right now we have first name buyer 1, last name buyer 1, street, secondary, city, state, zip. Now I know that I do want mortgage amount and lender name, so I'm going to scroll down and see if I can find that down here. So let's see. Oh, I'd also like county name, and I see there's no price next to county, so that means I can get that at no additional charge. So I'm going to check off county. Record date, I would also like that. That comes at no additional cost. I'm going to check that. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. Here's lender name and mortgage amount. And I can see they both come at an additional cost of $0.01 each. So my base rate is 9 cents. I know I'm going to pay another penny for each of these. So basically I'm going to be paying 11 cents per record. Okay, now that is all that I want, so I'm going to now give this a name. This is going to be my, oops, let me delete what's in there. Layout with mortgage, I can type, mortgage amount and lender. And I'm going to save that. Okay, so now when I come in here, I want to go back and make sure that it's all in the right order that I want. So I'm going to hit edit. Okay, so now everything that I've checked is at the top. Anything that I unchecked got dropped. So I've got first name buyer 1, last name buyer 1, street address, secondary, city, state, zip, county, record date, lender name, mortgage amount. That's exactly as I want it. Now if I wanted to drag one up and move it around, or if I want to add buyer 2, you can get that at no additional cost. You just check and uncheck and drag and drop to get it in the way that you want. And then you're just going to come back up and hit save. Now I want to make that my default. That way every time I go to check out, it's automatically stored in my checkout screen. That way I don't accidentally just get name and address. I'm always going to get the layout that I created. So I'm just going to go ahead here and say make default. Okay, so now that one is my default one. Now say I come back and now I do want to add buyer 2 to my default, and yet the screen is telling me it cannot be edited or deleted. Just go ahead and make one of these other layouts your default. So now you can come back in here and edit. So that's the workaround. So your custom layout can always be edited, just not while it's marked the default. So I'm going to come back to this one, layout with mortgage amount and lender, and I'm going to click make default. Okay, so now let's go over to my prospects. I'm going to put this count, Massachusetts counties, in my cart by clicking cart. It automatically brought me to my cart or to the checkout screen. And you'll see here under file layout, it already put in here layout with mortgage amount and lender name. That's the one I created. This little create new box is covering some of the words of my layout, but that's my layout. It gives you other options if you did want to select one of the other ones, or if you want to create new, that's there as well. But it has automatically plugged in my layout, so I don't ever have to check it again. So if you ever need to change your layout, edit it, make a different one for a different type of order, just come on over here to my file layouts. And if you have any questions on this process, you can shoot us an email, kyc@kycdata.com. Thank you.